So we have to keep the noise down here, but we have a brand new patient. It's a hedgehog, and we were told that it's a very common thing now at this time of year. During winter, there are a lot of hedgehogs, and if it was managed to get caught by somebody and then brought here, that means that it's definitely got something wrong with it. And we're in the room where they assess the animal, and then that's what they're doing right now. So they can check what's the problem, and they give it, and then they take it to further treatment, and then they hopefully nurse it back to health.
308 grams. So this one's quite a small juvenile.
Yeah.
This one, with the weather we've got at the moment, will likely stay in with us for a bit anyway. So even if we don't find any issues with it, because it's so small and it's so cold at the moment, we are likely to keep this one in with us for a little bit.
Will we be able to incubate this one? Because the incubators are being cleaned now.
You'll see another room. So we've got what we call a brooder room, and that is full of incubators. Now this one, being 308 grams, actually is big enough to warm itself. Okay, so it's not really small, and he is doing what he should do. So when Meg picked him up, he actually curled up into a ball, and that's what we want hedgehogs to do. That's their defense mechanism. So with him, you can see he's actually moving around. I wouldn't be too concerned about getting him into an incubator unless we feel he's really cold. But we'll let Meg do a full check over of him. Meg will then give any treatment that's needed, and then he will go into one of our ward rooms from here.
So do we know what the story is? What happened to this?
So the lady that brought him in, I'm saying him, we haven't actually sexed him yet, so I'm not sure whether he's male or female. The lady that brought him in was a bit concerned about his size for how cold it is. So she's picked him up just so we can give him a check over. But he is quite small, so 308 grams is a fairly small juvenile for this time of year.
Wouldn't they eat a lot of food to stock up for hibernation or something?
Yeah. So hedgehogs, the way hedgehogs hibernate during winter has really changed over the years. You will know, with all the work that you've done, that our winters have really changed. So we actually get really mild winters now in comparison to years ago. So they don't actually hibernate like they used to. So this is why we encourage people to put food out all year round. So throughout the whole winter. Because they don't hibernate.
Yeah, because they don't have enough food. All the berries and whatever they eat.
Exactly. So the reason Meg's got her on the floor here is because it's really important for us to do a hands-off assessment as well. So obviously we need to check her over by handling her, but we would not be able to know how she walks, whether she's placing all 4 of her feet, whether she's got all 4 legs. We quite regularly get some in that have only got 3 legs. So we need to check all this. And we can't do that if she's curled up in a ball. So we actually just let them walk across the floor so we can monitor how they're walking.
So what's she doing now? With the scissors?
With the forceps?
Yeah.
So just trying to take a look around her face. So hedgehogs, their instant reaction is to try and curl up into a ball. Obviously, when we're trying to check her over, that makes it very difficult. So you can see how Meg keeps tickling her spines. That actually opens hedgehogs up. So it's quite a good trick if a hedgehog's in a ball. If you just get a pen or some forceps and just tickle their spines, it opens them up so we can have a proper look at them. Whether they are underweight, overweight or ideal weight. So you can see the shape changes. That's the easiest way to look at a hedgehog, whether they are underweight or overweight, is looking directly over the top of them. So the dorsal view. If we can see that they kind of bow in, almost kind of hourglass shape, that isn't a normal shape for them. They should be quite a nice kind of oval shape. And then we're getting to the ones that are overweight. Now that is just as difficult for hedgehogs and just as unhealthy, because it means they can't curl up properly. And that's how they defend themselves.
Exactly. So a predator could harm the hedgehog.
Exactly. So it's really important we keep them at a healthy weight to make sure they are safe and obviously as healthy as possible. So this is quite a good guide there.